and welcome to Music at the Piano. In today's video, we're covering a number of things, the difference between slurs and ties, and how to use the pedal markings, what they mean. And the piece is called Shepherd's Tune, and we're covering pages 104, 105, 106, and 107 in Mayron Cole's Older Beginner Level 2 textbook. It is not a terribly intricate piece. You only need to know one note in the left hand and two chords in the right hand, but the whole point of the piece is to practice your pedal technique. So most pianos will have 3 pedals. Some pianos will only have 2 pedals. In either case, it's the pedal the furthest to your right. It's called the damper pedal. And on an acoustic piano, it lifts the dampers off the strings so that all the strings will vibrate simultaneously and you get a richer sound and a more sustained sound. And you want to pedal with the ball of your foot, not your toes. You want to leave your heel on the floor, and where the pedal indication is, you would put the pedal down and then you'd hold the pedal until the indication for releasing the pedal takes place. All right, so that's pedaling in a nutshell. In a time signature, the top number tells you how many counts are in each measure, and the bottom number tells you what kind of a note gets one beat. And when that number is 4, the quarter note gets 1 beat because there are 4 quarter notes and a whole note, and it's all based off the whole notes. This PED tells you to push the pedal down, and that's the far right pedal. The other ones have different functions. Sometimes they'll also be marked with a line that goes down and across. When it's a PED period, there usually isn't any other indication until you get the asterisk that tells you to release the pedal. If you have trouble seeing this page, just enlarge your page. When you have notes on different lines and spaces that are connected with a curved line, that's called a slur, and it means to play smooth and connected. When you have notes that are on the same line or space connected by a curved line, that's a tie, and it means you hold the note for the value of both notes. You hold the key down for the value of both notes. It's a means for composers to tell people to play longer note values than you can get into a measure. So do this by yourself first, and then turn the video back on and I will answer the questions, if I can get my pointer pencil here. So this one's a slur, this one's a tie. That's a slur, slur, tie, slur, slur, slur. Okay, that takes care of that. Now it's a matching. So again, turn off the video, do the matching, and then I'll answer the questions. So TU means tuck under, and that's her own, that's Mayron Cole's own little abbreviation. And you don't really have to tuck your thumb under. You can move your arm in such a way that your thumb is just about there. This is a natural sign, which is, it means to cancel out any sharps or flats that they've put in the music. This is mezzo forte, which means to play medium loud. That's number 9. This is a tie. This is the interval of a third. That is an 8th note. This is a slur mark, to play smooth and connected. That is an accent, which means to play louder than the surrounding notes. Ritardando and diminuendo means to play gradually slower and gradually softer. PED period means to depress the pedal or push the pedal down with the ball of your foot, preferably. That is a quarter rest, which is a sign for silence that takes as much time as a quarter note. HVA is what you would put above notes or below notes to tell people to play them an octave higher or an octave lower. Da capo al fine. DC al fine means go back to the beginning, da capo, the head, until you see the sign that says fine, which means the end. A tempo means return to the original tempo from whatever thing you were doing. Sharp raises a note a half step. A dotted quarter note you count one and two, but the and of two is somewhere else. That's a fermato, which means to hold for about twice as long. Legato means to play smooth and connected. And that is the sign to release the pedal, meaning lift your foot off the pedal and clear it. So what's interesting is she uses, this is in C major, and she uses a C major chord as your tonic, but she uses a minor 4 chord. And those are only 2 chords. It's so, mi, do, so. And then it is lay, fa, do, lay, which is. So that's interesting. Actually, what's interesting about it is she ends on C, but if you look at it a certain way, C major is the 5 chord in F minor. So it's kind of a mysterious thing, unless she's trying to, I'm not sure. It could be modal or it could just be atmospheric. So bass C is the only left-hand note you have to worry about until you have to go down an octave. And you're alternating between treble G, down a third, up a fifth, and the flatted A. A down a half step is A flat, down a third or minor third, and a perfect fourth, up a sixth. So and the fingering is 4, 2, 1, 4. Then angle your wrists a little bit to be more comfortably on the A flat. 5, 3, 1, 5. 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4. And then we just get comfortable into our that. Now the trick, of course, is the pedal. So I would practice the left-handed pedal first. So put the pedal down to start with, so you get a little bit of sonority. 2, 3, hold, 2, 3. Now this is syncopated pedaling. So actually it isn't. This is rhythmic pedaling. So then you lift and then you play and put the pedal down. 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, lift. Put the pedal down, hold it down, hold it down, hold it down, hold it down, lift, down. So the downbeat and the pedal come at the same time. And you're going to release it at the end of the bar. 1, 2, 3, hold, 2, lift, down, stay down, stay down, stay down, go down an octave. And when you're ready for all the sound to go away, lift your hand and your foot at the same time. I'll try it with my right hand. There's actually 3 kinds of pedaling. There's where you pedal before you play to open up sonority. There's rhythmic pedaling where you play with the beat. And there's syncopated pedaling, which is the hardest one to learn and the most common one that gets used because it gives you an overlapping connection. And when we get to it, I'll tell you all about it. So here you would put the pedal down to get the sonority, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lift, down. So lift somewhere between the middle of beat 3 and the downbeat of beat 1. Now here that's gonna blend the sound, which is what she wants. She wants this mysterious sound. Lift, down. 2, 3, lift, down. 1, 2, 3, lift, down. Go up an octave. Okay, and then I'll play it hands together. The tricky part really is just going to be the pedaling. So focus on your foot. 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lift, down. 3, 1, 2, 3, lift, down. Stay down. Try to be soft. She wants the blur. lift down, lift down, 2, 3, lift down, 2, 3, hold. And just as a reminder, when you see a sign that says to get slower and softer, do not immediately get softer and slower, but gradually. So sometimes what I have to do is I have to circle that and point an arrow to maybe a couple beats later where you would start getting softer, because you don't want to immediately get softer because that's just changing your dynamic level right away. You want to gradually get softer. So stay loud for 1 or 2 beats and then start getting softer. All right, good luck with your foot.